Кстати, интересно, почему у меня на экране игра типа растянута на весь экран, блять, на экране стрима она типа нормальная. Я перезапущу. То, что я ставлю 4:3, это какая-то херня. Не-не-не. Чё, сдаться? Сдаться? Так, так. The sun is shining.
There's no one here. This is the right place, and I'm not that late that most people wouldn't still be waiting. I don't like this. I'd better take a look around. They probably called me from this telephone. I remember hearing a ship's siren during the call. There's something on the ground. Dannazione. It's blood. It's fresh. Very fresh. Otherwise the rain would have washed it away. I didn't like this case right from the very beginning. These traces of blood certainly don't win at any points. Dannazione. That Chinese cab driver ran away and left me here. I hate cab drivers. It would be better if I called the police. Yes, I'd better call the police. Hello, operator? Operator. There's no line. Someone must have cut the cables. That explains why the telephone call I received was cut off so abruptly. No cab and no phone. Looks like I'll have to take care of things myself. I didn't come to steal cars. There are barrels and crates everywhere at the port. An open can. Looks like there's pitch in there. The pitch looks like it can still be used. The pitch looks like it can still be used.
Зачем мне смола? Это что валяется?
Right now, I don't need it. A wooden stick. From the markings on the side, it must be one of the rods they use to measure the depth of the water. It's too dark. I can barely see where I'm stepping, but I can see a blood trail pointing to the docks. An electric panel. Nothing I can do. The panel is completely useless.
Почему?
An electric panel. There's a toy company logo on these crates. Who knows? Maybe Santa Claus decided to give up his sleigh for a more practical merchant ship. pitch black. If I take another step, I might end up in the water. Drowning seems like one of the most
Там нет воды, я
unpleasant
видел, но вот
things I can
сверкает
think
же.
of. Anyway, I have to find a way to go to the docks area. The blood trail points in that direction.
Палка, смола, огонь, да? Можно сделать факел. Я правильно понимаю? Палка.
Right now, I don't need it. Right now, I
Да
wooden stick.
Подожди, я тогда не пойму.
The pitch looks like. It's a signal buoy. The anchor must be broken. Otherwise, there's no reason for it to be so close to the mooring. Melville Port. In the 1920s, it was an important loading and unloading point for fishermen who frequented the East River. But I hadn't heard about it for years. I thought it had closed. There's a toy company logo on these crates. Who knows? It's the harbor master's office. There's a note. We would like to inform you that the harbor master's office is open daily. Crates, barrels, and other crap.
Ну, что-то лодка, я сомневаюсь, что что-то даст.
A rowboat that has seen a metal door.
Понятно, что это дверь.
It's closed.
Ой, да, удивительно, блядь.
It looks like there's something inside these crates. Let's see.
Что там?
It's part of a pipe. It could be helpful.
Блядь, кусок трубы.
Kane and Smith Warehouse.
Кусок трубы. У меня была идея, что там лежит деревянная палка, есть смола. Можно, блядь, ее
The
зажечь.
sun is shining. Rather optimistic for an act of vandalism.
Но, блядь, он не берет палку.
Wooden stick from the markings on the side. Right now, I don't need
Да почему?
a stop sign. There's a who knows? It's the Manhattan. They finished it about 20 years ago. It connects Lower Manhattan with
Допустим.
the wooden pier is so rotten that one of the there's a toy company logo. Who knows? An electric pan. There's a flat. Yes,
Oh.
I'll take it.
Фонарик. Блядь.
The flashlight is in good condition, but it doesn't have any batteries. Finding something ready to be used would have been too easy.
Ну да. А где бывают батарейки?
Yes, I'd better call the police. Hello, operator? It's pointless. No cab and no... This film roll contains the No clue. No clue.
Да.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Тогда я не понимаю, подожди.
The light from this buoy definitely doesn't work on its own. Maybe it uses the same kind. I can't get there from here. The light from this buoy definitely... I can't get there from here. A wooden stick from the marking... And what should I use it for? Yes, it's a good idea, but with the stick, I would be only able to touch the buoy. I need something that will help me.
А где инвентарь?
A pipe could work like a hook, but I have to find... No, it doesn't. A pipe could work like a hook, but I have to find something to connect them.
Малой?
Yes, I'll take a little. Now,
Смотри,
pipe is
соображает еще
finished.
головешка, блядь. Не все потеряно. Так. Мы взяли. Намазали. Тихо.
The pitch should work as glue. And what should I use it for? Yes, this should work. The improvised hook does the job. It hooks the buoy and brings it to the pier. Okay, I brought the buoy closer. Okay, let's hope that the buoy takes the same batteries as the flashlight. They take the same batteries. If I weren't already up because of that anonymous call, and I hadn't found traces of blood in a semi-abandoned port, I'd say that today is my lucky day.
Так, ну айда туда.
It's time to shed some light on this story. Gun and flashlight in hand, I walk around the crates scattered around the port. I'm careful to cast my light everywhere that someone could be hiding with the idea of whacking me over the head with something when I least expect it. There isn't anyone on the dock. I decide to look around the piers. And there, I find something that doesn't really surprise me. A dead body. Sean's dead body.
Что такое шум?
I touch his face with my fingers. It's warm. He can't have been dead more than 20 minutes. Rifling through the pockets of his coat, I find a bottle that, from the smell of it, must have rye whiskey in it. And a couple documents with the name John Ford on them. They're done so well, they almost seem real. All of a sudden, a noise behind me brings me back to reality. But it's too late. A set of knuckles meets my jaw like a truck. I fall to the ground. From the rebound, my finger pulls the trigger and the gun goes off. The trajectory of the bullet is as random as my shot. The owner of the fist stands there like a statue, making noises like a caged gorilla at the zoo. I try to think of a quick way to knock him over. He's as big as a house, but a kick to his legs will knock him over like a consumptive kid. Right before I'm about to jump, the guy turns around and runs away. I follow him. But as soon as I get off the piers, a light beam hits me right in the face. "Hands up," says a voice, but I can't see the face. "New York Police," continues the voice.
Del Nero, that's a great story you just told. An anonymous call, a mysterious assailant, and a dead body. Sounds like the plot of one of those crime novels so popular these days.
I bet it's those kinds of books that made you the lieutenant you are today.
Hey, I wouldn't joke if I were you. You're not in a position to be joking. Let's summarize your version of the facts. Around 20 past midnight, you got a call from a man. He said he had information for you and asked you to go to the Melville port. You agreed to meet him. When you got to the port, no one was there. You decided to walk to the piers, and there you discovered the body of Sean McLean, a former police officer who had been your partner in this department years back until the Valenti case when you both got kicked out of the force. And to conclude, you claim that you were assaulted by some mystery guy who was chasing you when you got arrested by officers Harris and
Так,
McGee. Now, is this all
что в
correct?
этой истории не
It's the
так?
third time that I've told you the facts of the matter. I can repeat it as often as you like so that you can see whether I trip up, but that technique isn't going to work.
You are accused of homicide, Del Nero, and I suggest you cooperate with us if you don't want to end up in a cell. There are some unclear points that I'd like to shed some light on if you don't mind.
Sure, I don't have any other appointments. My knitting class has already ended.
Del Nero, joke around if you think this behavior will help you. At 20 past midnight, you got a telephone call from a man that asked you to go to the old Melville port. You agreed without thinking twice. Let's talk about the telephone call you received. Answer, or it won't be good for you. Let's talk about the telephone call you
Того?
received.
It was a guy with some information about one of my cases.
Okay. It must have been very important information to make you go to the port in the middle of the night. What information are we talking about?
Information on a person I'm looking for.
Interesting. Based on your story, when you got the call, you went right to the Melville port. How did you get to the port?
I took a cab.
Interesting. From the telephone records, we know you called a cab company at 12:27, but we don't have any proof that you really did take a cab. How do you explain the fact that no driver reports having you in their cab?
I threatened a Chinese driver that was trying to pretend he was Mexican.
Don't joke around. Answer my question.
Так это
How do you
правда,
explain the
чел.
fact that no driver reports having you in their cab?
I paid the cab driver so that he'd say nothing.
Okay. When you got to the port, did you meet anybody?
No, no one was there.
So you didn't meet anyone. What did you do when you arrived at the port?
I took a look around.
Good. The officer said that you were inside the port. Why did you go to the piers?
There were traces of blood.
Don't lie, Del Nero. My officers didn't find any traces of blood. Why did you go to the piers?
I heard some noise.
Interesting. What did you find at the piers?
McLean's body.
Interesting. If you don't mind, Del Nero, I'll tell you my version of the facts now. I'm sorry if it's not as exciting as yours. There aren't any mystery men or anonymous calls. I think that someone was tailing Sean McLean and then decided to tell you he was at the Melville port. Maybe he did it for the money or for some sort of professional ethics between you private detectives.
Crap.
Let me finish, Del Nero. With that information, you took a cab to the port, making sure you had your gun with you. When you got there, you found McLean and you shot him in the stomach. That's how it went. Admit it, Del Nero.
Охренеть. Гениально.
I didn't kill McLean.
No? So let's talk about the gun you had in your hand when the officer surprised you at the port. You shot out from behind the docks, running like a madman with a gun in your hand. Is that right?
Yes, I had my gun with me.
Paraffin analysis on your gun shows that you used it tonight. How do you explain that?
I already told you that my gun went off during the scuffle.
Oh, of course. The scuffle with the mystery man. A man whose face you didn't see and that the officers didn't find any trace of. Del Nero, there were only 2 people at the port tonight. You and McLean. You were the one who killed McLean!
Why would I have killed him?
Revenge, Del Nero. Nothing but revenge. McLean confessed to your involvement with the Valenti family, and that cost him his job on the force and got you a year in the state prison. Well, that seems like a plausible reason to kill someone.
These are just theories, Malone.
These are the facts, Del Nero. Confess. It was you who killed Sean McLean.
Go to hell.
Say you're guilty, Del Nero.
You don't have any proof.
Del Nero, the law allows me to keep you here for as long as I need to. If you confess now, the judge will go easy on you, and you might get off with a lighter sentence. Otherwise, you stay here in this room until we find the evidence that shows you're the killer. And if we can't find them, I'll make sure that something turns up. Goodbye, Del Nero.
Bastard. Dannazione. Malone won't take too long to get the proof he needs. I have to find a way out of this situation. Hey, is there anybody in there? If you plan on keeping me here for long, you could at least give me a magazine to read. This place is boring. It doesn't look like anybody is in there. An interrogation table. I'd like to say that it's the first time I've seen one. What's happening now?
Someone paid your bail. Pick up your personal effects at the counter and beat it. We need the room.
Right when I was starting to be fond of this place.
If you want, I can always toss you in a cell for a few days.
Is this a formal invitation to meet your family?
Huh.
I'd better get out of here quickly. I don't want to spend another minute in this place. I better get my personal effects first. I don't want some police officer with a long arm to steal my stuff. I hope nothing's missing. Sean's bottle of rye. The officers must have thought it was mine. Otherwise, they would have never left me an object belonging to the person they think I shot. Hey, let me out of here. The police department of Hoboken. It's been years since I've been here. Nothing's changed. There are the same photographs on the walls as when I worked here. Officers with their chests puffed out and mayors shaking hands. I really didn't miss this place. Anyway, it's time to figure out who's the good Samaritan that decided to pay my bail. The service officer's post.
Неужто это... Как ее звали? Бля, как ее звали?
Hi, officer.
How can I help you?
Can you tell me who paid my bail?
Tell me your name.
Jack Del Nero.
Jack De Niro?
Del Nero, not De Niro.
Okay, calm down. Jack Del Nero, here you are. Released at 1:13 with bail paid by Victoria Diaz. Yes, it was Sergeant Diaz who paid your bail. Well, you have powerful friends.
It looks like it. Where can I find Sergeant Diaz?
Top floor. Stairs are in the back on the right.
Сержант
Thanks.
Диас.
Goodbye, officer.
Goodbye.
The police department of Hoboken. It's been years since...
Hey you can't get in there. It's a...
Не, я наверх хотел, ты же сам сказал, что она наверху. Офицер Диас.
Sergeant Diaz, this behavior is unacceptable. I'm not gonna let you hamper my investigation.
It takes a lot of guts to call it an investigation.
I'm not gonna discuss my methods with you. I'm your superior, and I'm ordering you to get your nose out of this matter. Or I'll have to take care of you as well.
What do you want to do? Toss me in a cell too?
Stay out of it. It won't turn out well for you. Del Nero, do what you want for the time that you have left, because in 24 hours, you'll be back behind bars, and I'll be the one bringing you in.
What an honor.
Joke all you want. The truth will come out one way or another.
You do like to play the role of the irreproachable police officer, right, Malone?
It's a role that comes easy when I'm standing in front of a murderer.
You have no proof that I killed McLean.
I'll find it, Del Nero. I'll find it. I suggest you don't leave the city. I have personally informed every officer in New York about your situation. If they find you with 1 foot outside the city or close to doing anything you shouldn't be, they have orders to arrest you and
Ой,
bring
я тебя
you in.
понял, давай, все,
An
иди
entire
гуляй.
police department watching my every move.
Ну,
Thrilled by the attention.
24 hours, Del Nero. Give me 24
Давай.
hours.
судя по начальному ролику, ты ничего не сделаешь за 24 часа.
Sergeant Diaz.
Knock it off, Jack. Call me Victoria.
You've had quite a career over the years. When I knew you, you were just a rookie.
A lot of time has gone by, Jack. Anyone would have done it.
I don't think so. If I were still on the force, I'd still be patrolling Central Station.
You could have become a lieutenant without any problems if you just had some common sense.
I have a pretty rocky relationship with common sense.
Which isn't very good for an officer.
But that aside, we have to talk. Is there a quiet place?
My office should be quiet enough.
I had been in the force for a couple years already when Victoria came to the department. She was one of the rookies, fresh from the academy, certain that she could make this city a better place. She quickly realized that wasn't the case, and that, for her, things wouldn't be so easy. Before then, no one had ever heard of a policewoman, and no one wanted her in their way. A Mexican girl who would have started crying at the first gunshot? Not exactly the ideal partner. So Captain Mayers decided to pair her with someone who wouldn't make any trouble. Sean and I were perfect. We had so many demerits for bad conduct that we weren't in any position to object to any of his decisions. So we started to babysit the girl. We taught her everything we knew, how to follow a lead, how to pump someone for information, and how to go home without a bullet in you. Victoria was a quick learner. Yeah, she was shy, but she had intuition.
Короче,
Sean and I
ученица
liked her right
превзошла
off the
учителей,
bat.
да? Я правильно понимаю?
What do you want to ask me?
Why did you pay my bail?
Shouldn't I have done it? Would you have rather stayed in the interrogation room?
So you believe I'm innocent?
I didn't say that. But I doubt that you were the one who killed Sean.
You don't think I could kill a man?
Yeah, you could. But that's not the point. You have a lot of defects, Jack, but you're not a killer. And what really doesn't stand up is the motive. Revenge. You pay someone to find Sean and kill him. That doesn't fit with someone who is as unresponsive as you are.
Unresponsive. I'll take that as a compliment. Tell me about Malone.
What do you want to know?
What do you know about him?
Well, as much as I hate to admit it, he's a great police lieutenant. Over the years, he has managed to dismantle more criminal activities than even the feds. He even received an award from the mayor in person.
Not for his manners, that's for sure.
His methods during investigations are well known, but everyone turns a blind eye when they see the results. Superiors, feds, Republicans, or the Democrats.
So, he has the support of the white collars?
Right. You have to be very careful with him. Tease him enough, and you'll end up in...
I think I've already...
I have no...
Let's change. Tell me about Sean.
I'm not working on the case, but ask away.
What was he doing in New York?
I don't know. Since you two both got kicked out of the police force, I haven't ever seen him again. I just knew that he had moved to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. While I was locked up in a 10 by 10 foot cell, he was living it up in the City of Angels.
I don't think he was exactly living it up, Jack.
What do you mean?
I got a case a while ago. A guy, a certain Patrick Olson, blew up a cafe near Central Park. During the investigation, Sean's name came out of nowhere. We never had any real need to contact him or question him or even suspect him, but that fact that his name came up surprised me. It seems like he was mixed up in some dirty business out in Los Angeles. I don't know what exactly, but he wasn't living it up.
What was he doing in New York?
I don't know. Since you two both got kicked out of the police force, I haven't ever seen him again. I just knew that he had moved to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. While I was locked up in a 10 by 10 foot cell, he was living it up in the City of Angels.
I don't think he was exact.
What do you mean?
I got a guy during the investigation, but
Привет,
that fact,
вопрос
it
я
seems
уже.
like he...
Why did he have falsified documents with him?
I'm telling you, I'm not on the case, so I don't know all the details. But I think it's strange that Sean was in New York with fake documents,
Блин,
considering
так и мне
that a lot of
кажется, я
people know
поэтому и
him.
спрашиваю.
The fakes certainly wouldn't have helped him pass unnoticed.
I don't have any other questions for now. I better go now.
If you need me, I'll be in my office.
No, I didn't come to stick my nose. I'm not here to stick a map of New York and a few old photographs of Mexico, Victoria's native country.
Бля, как я испугался, пиздец. Сука.
I have the same armchair in my office. A coat rack. There's a sign on the desk. Victoria Diaz, police sergeant. This girl has come a long way. She was just a shy rookie when I met her. No, I didn't come... These archives must be older than this building. I didn't like going through the archives when I was an officer. I don't think I'll start liking it now.
В принципе, какие мои задания, я вот немного не пойму.
One of the many desks where each officer spends at least half of his life writing reports that no one will ever read. One of the many... One of the... I don't see anything that attracts... A notice board full of notices and signs. An example of stupid bureaucracy.
Так, я так понимаю, здесь ни хера. Так, можем туда пойти.
Hey, you! What are you doing here? It's a restricted area.
I was looking for Lieutenant Malone.
Try downstairs. He's not here. I have to ask you to leave.
Что это? Это
now.
какой язык, блядь?
Restricted area.
Древнеславянский?
That's the crazy Chinese cab driver who left me at the port. What the hell is he doing here?
Интересно.
What are you doing here?
You! It's you! I knew it!
Что ты
You
нахуй
report
знал?
me! Tell all to
Ты
police!
крыса, блядь.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yes, you pretend, but you one of them! One of them that hate foreigners! Yes, you're sexist!
Racist, not sexist.
Yes, you racist! You
Басист.
tell police to get me out of your country!
Listen, buddy, I couldn't care less if you're Chinese, African, or from Easter Island. I don't know why you're here. And if you stop squawking, maybe I'll be able to understand what's happening here.
You know report me to police?
No, I have other things to worry about than a damn cab driver.
If it's not you, then who was it? I confused.
Welcome to the club. $10 to enroll and free Whiskey Fridays.
$10? That expensive.
Forget about it. Let's start with you telling me how you ended up here, and your name too, because I'm not calling you the Chinese cab driver for the rest of this conversation.
My name Chon Jishiwan.
Okay, I'm happy with Chon.
Do as you want.
Why are you here?
As soon as I leave port,
As soon as you ran from port.
I know one. Me?
Continue with the story.
As soon as I leave port, I realize I have to go bathroom. Water is not what once was, you know?
I like hearing the details, but you can skip some of them.
Okay. I stop cab and look for a place where I can go to bathroom.
Why not do it near the cab?
I timid person, and this not your business. Anyway, when I get back, I see a man near cab.
A police officer?
No, not a police officer. No uniform, but gun in hand.
A gun?
Yes, gun. When I saw him, I hide behind dumpster. I thought he thief because he look in cab. Then suddenly he go away. I waited, hiding behind dumpster, afraid that they come back. When I come out, police come. I say that I just cab driver, but they bring me here.
Tell me about the guy with the gun.
He had mean face. In fact, I know trust. And
Бля, мне кажется, музыка немного заебала уже, не?
stay hiding. I cab driver. I know mean faces.
What was he doing?
He look at my cab like looking for something.
Did he say or do anything strange?
Before he go, he cursed a certain McLean.
McLean?
Yes, name seems same. You know?
It's not important if I know him or not. Tell me more about this guy.
I no trust you. I afraid that if I tell you, I get in trouble.
Hey, I'm risking life in the slammer for this case, so if you know something, talk.
Oh, you threaten all you want, but I no say nothing. I not know nothing.
Damn cab driver. Maybe Victoria could give me some information so I can make John
Просто
talk.
хейт таксистов, блядь. Он не расист, не сексист, а просто таксист, блядь. Хейта таксист. Так, ладно.
Now I have to go.
Ah, you go.
It's Victoria's office.
Come in.
Hi, Victoria. I have a few things I want to ask you.
What is it, Jack?
About the Chinese cab driver.
What do you want to know?
Why is he here?
His cab was half a mile from the crime scene. They found it parked near the port. The officers saw him, and when they found out he had taken you to the port, they brought him here. Since he got here, he hasn't done anything but whine and cry to get his cab back.
Where's his cab now?
It's in the department's warehouse. The officers brought it there. Obviously, it's been seized.
Interesting. Maybe now I have something to use to make Chan talk. I don't have anything else to ask you.
Whatever you want.
О,
I better go now.
If you need me, I'll be in my office.
да, мне надо от вас теперь туда-сюда ходить. Теперь мне надо пойти к нему. А где вообще все полицейские, типа?
You again? What you want?
I have an offer for you.
What this about?
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Подожди, а как? А чё он не хочет говорить о тебе с оружием?
It doesn't make any sense. Tell me about the guy that you saw near your cab, and I'll make sure you get your cab back.
I don't believe you. You lie.
Whatever you want. I bet that it'll be fun to explain to the detective who will be questioning you why you're driving someone else's cab.
Okay, okay. I tell you what I see. But until I see cab, I no tell you nothing.
You're not as dumb as I thought. Okay, done deal. I'll get your damn cab back, and you tell me what you saw.
Deal.
Tell me about the guy that you saw near your cab.
Nothing to do. Until I see cab, I no tell you nothing. That's how it is.
Damn cab driver. About your cab, I need your license plate.
License plate? You mean numbers on car?
Yes, that.
I not know number.
How the hell am I supposed to get your cab back if you don't even remember the license plate number?
I remember only last two letters. C and I like China, my country. I no remember other.
If there are 7 numbers, that means I need 7 numbers. What do you think I can do with just 2 numbers? Now I have to go.
Ah, you go.
Бля, и чё? И чё мне это все дает?
Hi, officer.
How can I help you?
About a seized cab.
Ah, yes. The one belonging to that whining Chinese guy.
How can I get a seized car released?
Do you believe in miracles?
What do you mean?
Release of a vehicle, Procedure 75. To release a vehicle, you need the form on its seizure. If the vehicle was seized because it was abandoned, you need Form B43. If the vehicle was seized following a police investigation, you need Form B26. If the vehicle was seized due to an unpaid fine, you need Form F12. Once the form with the vehicle's general information is filled in, it must be signed by the head detective of the department that seized the vehicle, and then delivered to the administrative officer, which, luckily, is me.
Isn't there a faster way of getting the damn cab back?
Yes, buying another one.
I don't know the license plate number.
Your problem.
Don't you have any way of figuring out what the cab's license plate number is?
Yeah, it's listed on the seized vehicle registry that I have right here.
And I obviously can't take a look at that list.
Nope, this information is confidential and they call it that because it's up to the police to decide who sees it, and you aren't one of those who can.
It's just a license plate number. What could I do with it?
I don't know, and I don't care. I have other things to worry about. So if you don't have any other questions, I'll get back to work.
I don't have anything else to ask you.
Great news.
I'd like to talk to Malone.
Sorry, the lieutenant is working a case.
I have to speak with him. It's urgent.
Sorry, but even if I wanted...
I'm the key suspect in the case the lieutenant is working on. I don't think that Lieutenant Malone would be happy if he finds out you sent me away.
Okay, wait here. I'll go call him.
The department's porter... Good. Now that the officer isn't there, let's try to figure out the cab's license plate number. Here's the list of seized cars. There are more than a dozen license plate numbers. I have to figure out which one belongs to Sean.
Чайно он сказал. И вот этот P834C.
Sean said that his license plate ended with C and I. This is the only one on the list that matches. This has to be Sean's cab. RP834CI. I should remember it.
P834CI.
The officer is coming back.
The lieutenant is waiting for you in the interrogation room. I think you know where that is.
Yes, I've already taken the scenic tour.
Del Nero, you finally decide to give a full confession?
I have some questions about Sean.
Why should I answer your questions? You haven't thought of investigating for yourself, have you? Hey, we aren't in a crime novel. If I find out you're conducting your personal investigations, I'll toss you in a cell for hindering the investigation.
If I do nothing, I'll end up behind bars accused of homicide. If I do my own investigation, I'll end up behind bars for hindering yours. Your threats are all starting to sound the same. Have you ever noticed that?
Provoke all you like, Del Nero. I've seen people like you hundreds of times. You play strong and you hide behind your sarcasm, but you give in sooner or later.
Goodbye.
See you soon, Del Nero.
Так, я знаю номер.
Hi, officer.
How can I help you?
About a seized cab.
Tell me.
I don't have anything else to ask you.
Great news.
Goodbye, officer.
Goodbye.
It's Chon. It's Chon. Chon.
You retrieved cab?
Not yet. I'm working on it. About your cab. I need your license plate.
License plate? You mean numbers?
Yeah.
I not.
How the
I know. Remember a.
If there are... What do you think I... Now I have...
Ah.
Подожди, ну что мне это, блядь? Ну я номер-то знаю, нахуй я спрашиваю до сих пор, блядь, про номер. Что это за приколы, блядь? Виктория поможет? Что, блядь?
Come in.
Hi, Victoria. I have a few things I want to ask you.
You're still here. I'm starting to think that you missed the department.
About...
What do you...
Is there any way to get his cab back?
You have to request that the car be released.
Can you do that?
No, I don't have the authority for something like that. Talk to Officer Patterson on the first floor. He's the one who takes care of these things.
I will.
Блядь.
I don't have anything else to ask you.
Whatever you want.
I better go now.
If you need me, I'll be in my office.
Я знаю номер. Я узнал номер. В чем проблема? Почему я не могу, блядь, сказать? Почему он говорит все время, что типа я еще не знаю номер? В смысле ты не знаешь номер?
To fill out the form, I need to know the name of the person who's supposed to sign this piece of paper to make it valid. Among them, there should be the one to release Chon's. If the only way to get his damn cab back is filling out one of these forms, I'll do it. I'm not going to wait days before someone decides to sign a piece of paper. It's not the first time that I've done it, and... To fill out the form, I need to know the name of the person.
Мне нужно имя начальника. А, блядь, мне разве не говорили?
Hi, office.
How can I help you?
About a seat.
Tell me.
Tell me again.
To release a vehicle, you need if the vehicle was seized once the form with the and then delivered to.
Isn't there a faster?
Yes.
I don't have anything else.
Great.
I'd like...
Listen, I'm fed up with you. If you want to go talk to the lieutenant.
An American... I have to buy one for my office. You'd give it that... The department's benches, as uncomfortable as the reason why someone would have to sit on them. Posters telling you the advantages of enrolling in the U.S. Thankfully, they put a picture. The police archives have all the information on the people they arrest. There aren't any knobs or locks. The only way to open this door is use... I won't get too far. There's a light over the door. I think it signals if the door is opened or closed. That red light makes me think it's closed now. I can't think...
Нахрена мне нужны архивы, блядь?
One of those pompous awards that may...
Полис-капитан Джордж Хавкс. Пол Сандерс. О.
George Hawks, police captain. Paul Sanders, head... Kevin Thomas Taylor, head of the department. Kevin Thomas. Okay, I have the license plate number and the name of the person who's supposed. Signed for. Okay, let's start.
Бля, я хуйню выбрал.
I should have filled it all out correctly. Now I just have to give it to the officer on duty. Here's the release form.
Let me check. Sorry, but this form isn't in order. I'm afraid you'll have to fill it out again. Have fun.
Бля, я тебе ебало вскрою.
The
Так,
service officer.
так, еще раз.
Hi, officer.
How can I help you?
I'd like.
Listen.
Hi, officer.
How can I
About us.
tell me?
Так, как еще раз? Как?
Tell me.
To release a vehicle, you need the. If the vehicle was seized because it was abandoned, you need Form B. If the vehicle was seized following a police investigation, you need Form. If the vehicle was seized due to an once the form with the vehicle's general information is filled in, it must be signed by the head detective of the department that seized the vehicle, and then delivered to the administrative office.
Isn't there a.
Yeah.
I don't have anything
20-й и
Great.
Head Detective.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Head Detective у нас кто там?
One of those. Kevin Thomas Taylor.
Кевин Томас Тейлор. А, подожди, Head Detective.
Paul Sanders. Head.
Пол Сандерс. Блять, Пол Сандерса 26. Давай попробуем. Я хуй, я не уверен. Если я правильно понял. Насчет фамилии не уверен.
Let's try it. Signed for.
26.
Okay. I should. Hi, officer.
How can I help you?
Goodbye, officer.
Goodbye.
Hi, officer. Goodbye, officer.
Here's the release form.
Let me check.
Давай.
Seems in order. It's incredible that you got the head detective's signature so quickly.
I'm a lucky guy.
More than lucky. Head Detective Sanders died of a heart attack last month. Funny how he can still sign releases.
Okay, let's knock it off with this show. If you haven't arrested me yet, it's clear that you want something for the release of the cab. What is it?
Well, you know how things are nowadays. We have an economic crisis, there's rent to pay, diapers for the kids. I could close an eye if you help me.
Hi, officer.
How can I help you?
About a seized cab.
Tell me.
Tell me again.
Release to release. If the vehicle once the full, and then,
Isn't there a
yes.
I don't have any.
Great.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's try with $10. Is this enough?
$10? You're definitely not Rockefeller, are you?
If I were rich, I certainly wouldn't be here bribing some kid cop.
Hey, stop preaching. You just falsified a document. You're the last one who can preach. You try living with what the police force pays. I have a wife and a daughter to support. And I assure you that at the end of the day, I don't care if everything was on the up and up at work if I can't give my family a decent meal.
Okay, cut out the sob story. Take the money and release the damn cab.
I'll give the order to release that cab. Don't worry.
Чё, 10 баксов, да? Серьезно? А то начал тут причитать, блин.
Your cab was released.
You freed my cab?
Yes, I freed your cab.
You no lie?
Done. Your cab was released, and it cost me $10. So now let's talk about what you saw at the port.
Okay, okay.
John starts talking about the guy with the gun. I find out that hiding behind the trash cans, he didn't see much of the face that, a second before, he had described as not very desirable. The guy wasn't doing anything strange. He was glancing at the cab in between a curse against Sean and a puff on his cigarette. A very strong-smelling cigarette, according to Sean. An armed hitman with a taste for good tobacco. This is everything that I can find out about the guy who probably killed Sean. Certainly not enough to find out something about his identity.
Ну да, типа не густо.
Interesting.
Now I tell you everything. I go away?
No, we have to go somewhere first.
We have to. Why I come with you?
Because I need your cab.
I no intention being your cab driver.
In that case, I could tell the police officers a story about a Chinese guy driving some Mexican guy's cab.
Damn it, this is unfair.
Welcome to New York.
I don't understand why you want to come back here.
The armed guy that saw you near your cab was looking for something. Probably while his friend with the quick hook was looking around the piers, he was going through the neighboring areas. When you ran away, he must have seen you and followed you, thinking that you might have had what they were looking for. The arrival of the police must have made them run away, and that makes me think that whatever they were looking for must still be at this port.
Okay, I wish you good luck. See you.
Stop right there. You're not going anywhere. I paid $10 to get your cab back, and since my car is still parked in Harlem, I decided you'll be my driver.
No way, my friend. Forget it.
If you like your cab, don't make waves, because when I get back, if you aren't here, I swear I'll take this jalopy of yours and demolish it.
Damn it. Okay, I be your driver, but you promise you cause me no trouble.
We're in New York. This city is the capital of trouble. A rowboat that has seen better days. It's a police car. It's closed, and I don't have any reason to open it.
Certainly, Lieutenant Malone. I'll tell you immediately if anyone tries to get near the port area. Definitely. On your orders, over and out.
Так, у нас проблемка.
That's all I needed. As if this day wasn't already bad enough. I should have listened to my old man and worked at his fruit stand. At sunset, you close down and that's it. Well, I better not think about it.
It looks like Malone wasn't joking when he said that he was going to put his guys on me. As long as the officer stays there, I can't get to the piers.
Так. Очень интересно.
It's closed. I don't see how I could use them together.
Что-то по рации передать, правильно?
Break into a police car? Why not? Let's add a few details to my criminal record. Now that it's open, let's try to figure out how to use this radio. If I can get the radio to work, I could pretend I'm from the police department. Maybe I can find a way to get them to leave the port.
Бля, как его звали?
Operator here, please answer. No answer. It must be the wrong frequency. Operator here, please answer. No answer. It must be the wrong frequency. Operator here, please answer. No answer. It must be the wrong frequency. Operator here, please answer. No answer. It must be the wrong frequency. Operator here, please answer.
Officer Glasser here.
Officer, what's the situation at the port?
It's raining, it's cold, and there's a dead body on the pier. And the best part is that we can't even move the body until the forensics get here. And, as usual, they're taking their time. They should have been here an hour ago.
Is the victim's body still on the pier?
Yes, Lieutenant Malone said not to touch anything until those dandies with their tweezers and gloves
Так.
get here.
Officer, you have to come back to the department.
Negative, we can't. Until the forensics get here, we can't leave the pier.
Officer, we need more men.
Ну,
Sorry,
короче, я
but we have
прикину
orders from
следователя,
Lieutenant
правильно я
Malone.
понимаю?
Even if the White House blew up, we couldn't move from here. So unless you have work I can do over the radio, don't count on me.
Officer, you have to do something.
What's this about?
You need to contact the Binkle Taxi Company by radio. They reported a driver missing on the Lower East Side.
Are you joking?
No, officer. We don't have any other officers who can take care of it.
Shit. Not only do I have to deal with the rain in the middle of a semi-deserted port, but I also have to go and collect information on the underpaid cab driver who decided to run away without saying anything to anybody.
Sorry, officer.
Yeah, over and out. Police Officer Glasser to Binkle Taxi Company. Answer. Hi, I'm calling about the missing cab driver. Can you please tell me who is speaking?
Good. I'd say that we have to take advantage of it and go by.
Carlos Gallardo. When was the last time you heard from him? Has he ever disappeared before?
Ядрить молотить.
As I suspected, the port is crawling with cops. I'd do well to be careful. If even only one of these officers sees me, I'd give Malone a reason to
Так, стелс пошел.
lock me up in the slammer.
Лучше в традициях Assassin's Creed мы сейчас будем.
If I go further, I might be seen. An electric panel.
Он же бесполезный, правильно?
Hey, what's going on?
The power must have gone out. Go hook it back up.
How?
How the hell should I know? Do I look like an electrician? Go see Glasser and have him explain it. He's the one who turned it on when we got here.
Why do I have to go?
Because I don't feel like it. And since you're the rookie, you'll follow my orders.
But
Stop stuttering and go get Glasser.
this isn't how you're supposed to act.
Yeah, you're right. The world's unfair. Now do me a favor and hurry up. This place is bad enough on its own, but without light, it's even worse. Not only did they give me the rookie, but they gave me the one that stutters, too. It used to be harder to join the police force. Damn. Who the...
Who's that? Бля.
As I suspected. If even only one of these officers sees me, I'd give Malone a reason.
Hey, what's going on?
The power... How the hell should go see... What? Because...
But
Stops... This... Yeah. Not only...
Stop there! Who are you?
Hey, how did you get in?
Блядь, этот, короче...
Who the hell?
Да, блядь.
Who the hell are you?
Бля, а как в этот тайминг попасть, что-то я не понимаю. Ну-ка еще раз подождать, пока отойдет.
Stop there!
Блядь, стой, надо что-то сделать. Наверное, надо что-то сделать.
Who the hell are you?
Когда он рядом, типа, он палит, я понял. Блядь. Друзья, какие варианты? Ну, сейчас он отойдет, этот тоже отойдет. Но этот начинает палить, когда я...
As I said. No, it doesn't make any sense.
Careful. I'm turning the power back on.
It looks like I made it just in time. There's a toy company who knows? One of the crates is open. Dolls. So this is what most of the crates at the port contain. Yes, I'll take it. A piece of wire can turn out to be helpful when you least expect it. I have better things to do than assemble doll. I have better. The access to the shipyard. Looks like a piece of this steel sign has been pulled away. It doesn't make any sense. I can't think of anything. The door is locked with a padlock. At first glance, I'd say that it's closed. The door is locked. I don't have any reason to force the lock. I don't have any reason to...
Мысли, блядь.
No, it doesn't. No clue. I don't see how I could use them. It's the Manhattan Bridge. They finished it about... They're the shipyard's bulkheads. From their size, I guess they don't just build small boats. Noah's Shipyard. An original name for a shipyard.
Так, подожди. Подожди.
No clue. At least none that makes any sense.
Что там, это Clarity, блядь, или что это за слово?
Looks like a piece of this steel sign has been pulled away. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. I can't think of anything.
Бля, у меня был типа этот Стальная херня, типа, куда я ее делал?
The door is locked with a... At first glance, I'd say that it's closed. I'm not going to change my mind just because you keep clicking. Huh, looks like a piece of this steel I can't think of anything. It doesn't make any... I'm not going to change...
Да я, блядь, не понимаю, что ты хочешь, нахуй.
I don't see how I could use... No clue. I don't have any reason to... No, it doesn't make any... No clue. At least none that makes any sense. One of the crates is open. No clue. At least none that makes any sense. No, it doesn't. No. No
Что у
clue.
меня пропало? Ну и чё я должен делать? Блядь, не понимаю.
There's a toy company. Who knows? Maybe Santa Claus decided to get... the access. Huh, looks like a piece of... No clue. At least none that makes any sense. I don't see how I could use... I don't see how I could use... I don't see how... Did you take me for one of those guys? Did you take me for... I don't see how...
Бля, я не знаю тогда, что ты хочешь. А, бля, я могу сюда пройти. Бля, все, пиздец. А, бля, надо сначала сюда зайти. По-любому здесь какой-то пруд можно взять или что там на нем. Блядь.
Sean. The last time that we saw each other, we were both in court, and you were being tried for having worked with the Valenti mob family. We were being framed, but you said that it was all true, that we'd helped transport illegal goods for the mob boss, Arturo Valenti. Confessing to a crime you didn't commit allowed you to get away with just being kicked out of the police force. No jail time. But I continued to declare my innocence, and I earned myself a nice trip to the state prison. And now, you drop back into my life, pulling me into this mess? God knows why, but I'm not sorry you're dead. Let's see if we can find something to get me out of this mess. In Sean's pockets, apart from the $50 that, without too much of a problem, I put in my own pocket, I find something familiar. A Dord. One of those small Irish horns that Sean used to carry with him. I remember well the day that he told me about them. This is the third one, Sean.
3 warnings in a month. I could set a new record for the department.
Right. I think that the boss is yelling in his office because he can't find the right streamers to celebrate the event.
I don't give a damn, Jack. A lecture, a sorry face, and everything goes back to normal.
I don't think it will do this time. You broke a priest's nose, and that's the type of thing that the press rakes us over the coals for.
Fuck the press. A black cassock doesn't give anyone the right to touch a 6-year-old girl. Damn it, Jack, 6 years old. Only 6 years old.
That cassock wouldn't have saved him from the slammer.
Короче, он сломал нос
Maybe you're
священнику
right.
за то, что
I
тот
got away
трогал
from myself.
6-летнюю девочку.
But that girl was the same age as me sister when she disappeared. I'll never forgive myself for not having protected her when she needed it. That's why I always carry these horns with me. They are Dords, ancient Irish horns. My grandfather gave one to me and one to my sister before we left Dublin. It's the only thing of hers I have left.
Короче, он Ирландец.
You've never told me
Дублин,
this story
подожди, там
before.
Ирландия?
There was never any reason, Jack.
Очень маленький этот горн.
He always had 2 Dords on him, but I've found only one here. I
Dord.
wonder where the other one is.
А вот это, кстати, валяется вот это вот.
It's a Dord, one of the 2 little horns that Sean used to carry with him. Dord. This word keeps bugging me. I feel like I'm missing something. But what? I have to think about it. I better think about it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. The call I got said, follow the Dord, not the Lord.
А, лорд,
So it
Дорд.
has to be Sean calling. He knew he would die, and he called me so that I could get what he hid in this port before anybody else. And this horn must be the key to finding it. Whatever it is, it's stuck. If I try to get it with my hands, it might fall in the water. Yes, with a piece of wire, I should be able to get it without making it fall in the water. This piece of metal was stuck between the wooden planks. The word faith is written on it. What the hell does that mean? And it's blood-stained. It's clear that Sean used it, or it was used on Sean. The name of the ship is practically illegible.
Сейнт, что-то... Сейнт. Что-то Сейнт.
Sean, I really can't feel sorry about your death. I looked everywhere. He doesn't have anything else on him.
Так, тебе надо идти туда. У меня есть железяка эта, которую можно туда вставить. А, ну, типа я не зря прошел, в любом случае мне в любом случае нужна была сначала достать отломанную ручку.
Let's see. Bingo. The piece of metal fits in perfectly. All I needed to do was push the door a little for the padlock to give way. Someone worked hard to make this door seem locked when it really wasn't. Now I just need to figure out why. Let's take a look inside. The inside of the shipyard can only be described as run down. Rotten parts of boats are strewn everywhere, and everything that isn't wood is covered with an inch-thick layer of rust. A nice place to look for something when you aren't even sure what you're looking for. Barrels and more barrels. It doesn't seem like there's anything else in this workyard. It's a toolbox. It doesn't have many tools. There's a hammer, a wrench, and some valves inside. I'll take a valve. It still looks intact, even though it was left here years ago. Rather pointless. Just a pile of junk. The light filtering through these windows is just enough for me to see what's inside this shipyard.
Какой-то пульт управления. А, ну я тут не могу пройти по мосту. Надо, наверное...
It's a control panel. I think it's used to control the pulleys hooked to the roof. I don't need it now.
Как это?
Given the state of this bridge, I'd say that this shipyard has been abandoned for a while now. Impossible. It can't be used anymore. Incredible that this thing can still float. Given the state of this bridge, I'd say that this shipyard has been abandoned for a while now. There's a door on the opposite side. I'm certain that it leads to the port's entrance. They're the shipyard's bulkheads. From their size, I guess they don't just build small
Так,
boats.
подожди, а почему ты не хочешь использовать пульт?
It's a control panel. I think it's used to control the pulleys hooked to the roof. I don't need it now.
Да почему, блядь?
No, it doesn't make any sense. These crates are bigger than the other ones I found at the shipyard. Definitely too big for me to move. These crates are big. Definitely. Whatever these barrels are holding, Barrels? I can't think of... The light filtering through these... It's a control panel. I don't need it now.
Бля, я порой тебя, дядь, не понимаю. Почему ты говоришь, что тебе это не надо? Что я могу тут заюзать? Проволокой мост связать, блядь, смешно.
No, it doesn't. It's a toolbox. There's a hammer, a wrench. I don't see anything. Just a pile of... These wooden stacks are useless because they're rotten. Do I look like a carpenter? That's a crazy idea. That's a crazy idea. Rather pointless. Whatever these barrels are holding, I can't think of anything. These wooden planks are lifted by a pulley system. They must be part of the machinery used to build ships. That's a crazy idea. I'd say it's undoable. These wooden planks... They're the shipyards. That's a crazy...
Бля, я тогда не понимаю, Хелч, что тебе надо? Ты это использовать не хочешь. Говоришь, типа, я это не хочу использовать. Блять, почему?
It's a control panel. I think it's used to control the pulleys. I don't need it.
Да почему?
I don't see how I could use them. No clue. Impossible. Impossible. Given the state of this bridge, I'd say... These wooden planks are lifted by a pulley system. They must be... That's a crazy... These wooden planks... Incredible. It's pretty... There's a door on the opposite...
Вообще не понимаю. Как бы... Что я могу здесь заюзать?
The sound that I heard came from those crates.
Чего, блядь? Чего?
A kid? What the hell is a little girl doing here? Hey, little one, what are you doing here?
Whistle and fine.
She has Sean's horn. He must have hid her here. Hey, kid, did Sean hide you here?
Sean.
She's terrified. I need to get her away from here. I'll figure out who she is and why Sean hid her here later. She's terrified. If I tried to grab her, she might scream, and the patrol officers at the port would definitely hear her. If I want to get her away from here, I have to calm her down first.
Сигареты ей дать, блядь. Осуждаю.
I don't see how I could use them together. No clue. At least none that makes any sense. No clue. At least none that makes any sense. I don't see how I could use them to... No clue. I don't see how I could use... No clue. From the whistle that she has with her, there's no doubt that Sean... But why? She's terrified. If I want to get...
У меня есть одна мысль, но я не уверен, что она сработает.
If I could put this doll back together, I could use it to...
Бля, у меня такое ощущение, что здесь дохуя что-то лишнего, блядь, нет? Как они правильно должны, блядь, быть? Вот это что ли ноги, блядь? Короче, я изначально вообще все неправильно собирал. Да, вот это получается сначала вот это, потом типа вот это. А, не, наоборот. Сначала вот это. Там, в принципе, на рисунке все нарисовано более-менее понятно.
No, it doesn't work like this. No, something isn't okay.
Бля, единственное, что вот эти поменять местами с этими, типа. Да не, это выглядит как какая-то кринжата.
No, it doesn't work like this.
Что не так? Не, реально, подожди, что не так? Непонятно, ноги нарисованы на самом деле. Вот на картинке вообще непонятно, как должны быть ноги.
No, something isn't okay.
Что именно ты isn't okay?
No, something isn't okay. No, it doesn't work like this. Yes, it should work fine, but I have to find a way to keep the pieces together. If I use the metal wire, it should be okay.
Ладно, в этой игре бывает такое.
I'd say that it's perfect. I have a future as a toy maker. I hope this helps her calm down a little. It looks like the toy calmed her down. Now that I've got her out of there, I have to find a way to get her away from this place. I can't go by the piers. If the girl started to cry or yell, the cops would catch us immediately. But I saw a door on the opposite side of the pier. I could use that to get away. It's just a question of finding a way to get there that doesn't involve swimming. Me and water don't mix. Maybe I could use the pulleys to connect the opposite side of the pier. Nothing's happening. It looks like it's out of order. I could check the machinery. Maybe I can find a way to turn it on. No, it doesn't make any sense. There's a panel here. There's not enough light to see anything.
Ну, блядь.
Let's take a look. I think I see a circuit behind this grate. Maybe I can get this thing running. It's screwed on. It's not coming off. It's screwed on. It's not coming off.
Блядь, там же есть ящик с инструментами, алло.
I don't see anything useful right now.
В смысле нахуй?
It's a toolbox. There's a hammer, a wrench, and some valves inside. I don't see... There's a panel. It's screwed on. I think I see a circuit behind this grate. Maybe I can get this thing running. No clue. No clue. No, it doesn't. I don't see how I could use...
Блять, а как тогда? Я тогда тоже не понимаю.
No. We're not at a shooting range. It's screwed on. It's not coming off. Junk without any... It's fine where it is. Just a pile of... Just a junk without any... Just a... These crates are...
А как девочку-то выбрать?
Just a pile. Junk with... Junk...
Блять.
Hey, kid.
I miss.
It's a toolbox. It doesn't. There's a hammer, a wrench. I don't see any. Junk without any. It's pointless. It's out of. It's a control panel. There's a panel. No clue. At least none that makes any sense. No, it doesn't make any sense. It's screwed on. It's not coming off. I think I see a circuit behind this grate. Maybe I can get this thing running. I think I see... I think I see it. I think I see it. I think I see it.
Что там? Как, бля, подожди, как?
I think I see. There's a door on the opposite side. I'm certain that, given the state of this bridge, definitely too big for me to move. Definitely too big for me to move. She seems to have calmed down now. She's... Hey, kid.
I miss.
These crates are bigger than the... Just a pile. These wooden stacks are useless. Do I look like a...
Почему он не хочет брать ничего с...
It's a toolbox. There's a hammer, a wrench, and... Whatever these barrels are holding, I'm...
Бля, я типа вот сейчас, я, бля, опять в замешательстве. Сука, Каждый раз эта игра, блядь.
There's a panel here. I don't see how I... No clue. It's screwed on. I think I see a... I think I see... I think I...
Максимально странно, почему здесь появляется рука, блядь. Бля, такой я хуй знаю.
No clue. No, it doesn't... I don't see how I could... No clue. No clue. No.
Бля, я не знаю.
Nothing. I can't go away and leave the girl in there, and I can't cross the pier with her.
Зашибись, бля. У меня, бля, подожди, у меня нет идей, сука. Я не понимаю, что я должен сделать, блядь.
They're the shipyard's bulkhead. I can't think of anything. It's a toolbox. There's a hammer. It's pretty incredible that this... She seems to have calmed down. Barrels. Barrels. I don't see how I could use... Nothing. No clue. No clue. No. These crates are bigger than the other one. Definitely too big for me to move. Given the state of this... There's a panel here. Let's take a look. I think I see a circuit behind this grate. Maybe I can get this thing running. It's screwed on. It's not coming off.
И не надо мне ее прикрывать. Бля, объясните мне, что он хочет здесь?
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Блять, ну решетка привинченная, ну и что? Бля, боже мой, нахуй. Я ща въебу, блядь.
No, it doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't make... It's pointless. It's a control panel. It's pointless. There's a door on the opposite side. No, it doesn't make any sense. I don't see how I could use... No clue. Let's take a look. I think I see a circuit behind this grate. Maybe I can get this thing running. It's screwed on. It's not coming off. I'll never do it with just my bare hands. I'll never do it with just my bare hands. No clue. At least none that makes any sense. I don't see how I could use them together. I don't see how I... No clue. At least none... I think I see a... It's screwed on. I'll never do it with just... I'll never do it with...
Почему он игнорирует ящик с инструментами? Блять, мне кто-то нахуй.
It's a toolbox. There's a hammer, a wrench, and some valves.
Ну возьми ты гаечный ключ, долбоёб.
I don't see anything.
Бля, я ему ебало разбил бы нахуй, отвечаю. Такой тупой, блядь. Блядь, чем мне, а чем мне? Я не понимаю, нахуй. Бля, вы... У меня дикое желание зайти, блядь, загуглить, прочитать прям, что здесь надо делать. Вот отвечаю, прям дичайшее желание.
No clue. At least none that makes any sense. It's adored. One of the two horns that... No, it doesn't... She seems to have calmed down now. Hey, kid, is everything okay?
I miss him.
These crates are bigger than the other ones I found at the shipyard. These crates are bigger than the other ones I found at the shipyard.
Ну нет у меня, все, я не могу, блядь, все, я пизду. Бля, подожди, серьезно? Вы, блядь, подожди. Вы, блядь, серьезно? Ну, блядь, вы вот сейчас серьезно вот это вот то, что я прочитал там?
Good idea.
Бля, это троллинг какой-то жесткий, я отвечаю. Ну, я до этого дошел бы, но спустя какое-то
Okay,
время.
now I have all 9 valves. Let's see if I can get it to work.
А, долбоёб. Все понял.
Yes, that should work now. An indicator light just turned on. Now it should work.
Понимать бы, что конкретно от меня надо, блядь. Бля, можно мне... Я, блядь. Ой, бля. Сука, вот что, как мне тут, блядь, понять, что нахуй мне, сука, надо сделать?
These wooden planks are lifted by a pulley system.
Бля, ладно, уже дохуя времени, короче. Завтра подумаем. Бля, ну с ключами, конечно, подъебка. Честно. Пиздец. Опять же, самое простое решение. Я не знаю, я вроде были ключи, но я их не на болтики не наводил, бля, ладно.